Hey guys! As of March 16th, a brand new snapshot is out, being Snapshot 22w11a, the first snapshot for 1.19. The wild update, finally. It's not just an experimental one like last time. And in this update, they have added frogs, skulks, and mangrove trees, my favorite, and much more that we'll be going over throughout this video. Let's get right into it, shall we? Firstly, there are some things in this update that, well, they're new, like, officially, but we've actually been through them in the previous two uploads, being the Bedrock betas and the experimental snapshot for Java. And so we've already covered them before on the channel, so to start off with, we're going to be quickly going over through those kinda new but not completely new additions first. So the first thing that we'll be talking about is the frogs and tadpoles that have been added to the game. So frogs, they can jump, they can swim, they can walk on land, and they can croak, I think. I don't know. That's what the article says. And they like slimy stuff, apparently. In the future, they'll be able to eat the fireflies, but for now, since they aren't implemented yet, they can eat small slimes and small magma cubes. And when a frog eats a small slime, it'll result in a slime ball dropping, which sort of makes sense. And the slime ball is also the thing that they need in order to breathe. And then when they eat small magma cubes, they drop froglights? The froglights will be covered before, and it's like twice the size of the magma cubes they eat, so I don't know how that works. But the frog lights produce light, if you couldn't tell by the name. And they also look pretty nice. And there are 3 different frog variants, and they will drop 3 different colors of frog lights. The green frog makes the green light, the orange one makes the yellow-orangey one, and the white one obviously makes purple. Anyways, tadpoles on the other hand can swim in water, but if they go on land, they're just like fishes. They'll die. But they hop around just before, hoping for a chance to live. Anyways, after a while, tadpoles will grow up into frogs, because if you didn't know, tadpoles are frogs. They will grow into different frog variants depending on what biome they were born in. Oh, and they can also be caught on a bucket. Look at how cute the little guy is. Aww. But after the frogs, there is the deep dark, which we covered in the experimental snapshot. And also they have added the Sculk blocks as well. As mentioned previously, we already covered this, so I'll try to go through it quickly, because I probably already spent way too much on frogs a second ago. So, the deep dark. If you couldn't tell by the name, it's deep and dark. In the deep dark biomes, the floor is covered in Sculk. Actually, a whole lot more, I feel like, than there was in the experimental snapshot. And no mob can spawn, except for the warden. Wait, never mind, we didn't add the warden. No mob can spawn in the deep dark. But the deep dark is made out of Sculk blocks. And so Sculk veins are cool. They are usually on the edge of Sculk patches and are similar to glow lichen in various different ways. Sculk screechers can be found in these Sculk patches as well, but currently they don't do much as the warden hasn't been added yet. And then there's also the Sculk catalyst, which is the block that when mobs die near it, the mobs will not drop XP and instead the Sculk around will start to grow. But there is one cool little thing from the Minecraft article, because it says, souls from the mobs will spread through Sculk veins and Sculk blocks in random directions until they find a valid substrate they can feed off of. That's a cool little piece of lore right there. And also, since I don't really know where anywhere I could put this that sort of makes sense, the game now supports 3D directional audio simulation. So not really sure how many people that will really benefit from having 3D sounds, but Sounds cool. Now you can get jump scared by creepers in 4K 3D HD sounds. Or not even by the creepers, you'll be jump scared by those evil little parrots that constantly make the creeper sounds. Anyways, now that we are past the items that we have already previously covered, we can cover the newer stuff. And we'll be starting with what I personally consider the best part of the snapshot, being the mangrove blocks. Not the tree, however. The tree and the biome weren't added. They'll be added in the future, so that's a bit sad, but understandable. But for now, we have the mangrove log and the mangrove wood, with its strip variants. There are the mangrove roots and a muddy variant, which I think both look pretty interesting. I personally like them. And of course, there's a variant for every single different wood item that you can find for the other woods, including planks, boats, buttons, pressure plates, doors, trapdoors, signs, slabs, fences, fence gates, and stairs. And I really like the mangrove wood items. I think they look really interesting. I can't wait to see what builds people will be able to make with these brand new tree variants. I like it a lot, and I think it can go very interesting directions. Oh, and of course, as this is a new tree type, a tree needs its leaves. And so, these are the mangrove leaves, which if you bone meal, will start growing propagale. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a green thing. But yeah, the green thing. And so when the propagale is fully grown, you can break it off and pick it up. And you can place it down on grass and bone meal it, which in the future it'll grow to a mangrove tree. But for now, it's just an oak one. And also, these guys make the cutest little pots ever. This is gonna be my new favorite when it comes to decorating areas. Because usually I really like putting pots all over the place. And this one looks really nice. So I'm definitely using those. And another great decoration block that's coming is the mud blocks. I don't really like the pure mud block. It looks kind of weird, but I think that the packed and brick ones have some good potential. So right now you'll not be able to find this anywhere naturally, just like the trees, because the mud will generate mainly in the upcoming mangrove biome. And I think also when the swamp gets updated, but it's not there yet. And so when you walk on the mud, you will sink down a little. It's sort of like soul sand, but obviously you won't be actually slowed like soul sand. And you can get it yourself by using a water bottle on dirt, which I guess makes sense. It's gonna be a very long process. And you can then pick up the dirt and to convert it into packed mud, which I think looks a lot nicer, you have to combine the mud with a piece of wheat in the crafting table. And then from the packed mud, you can create mud bricks, just like stone to stone bricks. And then the mud bricks have stairs, walls, and slab variants, which you can also create using the stone cutter, which I think the mud blocks and the packed mud even, they look pretty interesting. I like it. The mud is a bit weird, but I mean, if it's a block that you need to get those, well, I guess you have to get it. But that's basically everything that they added in this brand new snapshot. From frogs to sculks and mud, I guess. There was a lot to cover in the snapshot. So, woo mangrove. I hope they add the trees in the next snapshot. But I am very thankful that new snapshots are finally going to come out for the wild update. I've wanted these updates for a while, but since Minecon it looks super interesting, and I love new biomes and new. Yeah, I like the trees. They look nice. But anyways, if you have any comments on what I have covered on this video, leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see you all next snapshot. Goodbye everyone.